So this is a wave of change. We have a lot of new things happening this wave, and we're excited about them, but also in some cases daunted a bit. So we hope that you'll extend patience as we work through everything together and roll with the exciting challenges that will be this 2021 wave. The biggest change, of course, is that this is the first wave of the core data collection to offer some respondents an option to complete their survey on the web. And with this change, we are using some new technical systems that we haven't used before for a full wave of core. So we have the Michigan Sample Management System, MSMS, which is replacing SurveyTrack for this wave. The reason that we're using MSMS is because of its ability to allow us to have the modes of web and CADI operating simultaneously, seamlessly together. We also are using a new version of Blaze. Blaze is our instrument software. We used Blaze 4.8 in previous waves of data collection, and this wave we're using Blaze 5, which in many ways is very similar to Blaze 4.8, but does look a bit different and in some ways reacts a bit differently than you're used to. Another change is that this wave, the housing unit with cover sheet respondents, HUCS respondents who are known to be living with other study families will be pre-listed on the cover sheets of those study families. So we're pre-listing known HUCS families on each other's cover sheets. This is new. There is no event history calendar anymore. We are still asking all of the questions that comprise the event history calendar, but the calendar itself no longer exists. This is because in the web version, the web self-administered version, we couldn't have respondents try to complete an event history calendar themselves. It was much too complicated. It really required an interviewer. So we disaggregated the event history calendar into a series of questions and tried to word them in a way that they could be easy to understand and administered very straightforwardly. And then those questions also became the basis of our CADI interview. So we eliminated the EHC from both the CADI interview and the web. We've also added questions across various sections about COVID-19. And you'll recall that in the past 3 waves of data collection, we've used something called the self-scheduler. In 2017, the self-scheduler was a commercial product called FlexBooker. And then in 2019, we used an SRO-developed self-scheduler. This wave, we're using an SRO-developed self-scheduler again, but it's been rewritten so that it is compatible with MSMS. So it will look a bit different, but the upshot will be the same in that respondents are invited to schedule their interviews with you through a website so that sometimes you'll have the happy surprise of learning that an appointment was scheduled without any effort on your part. Because of our changed systems, our reports have been rewritten, and some of this will be invisible to you, but other parts you'll see. For example, the reports that show you the attempts you've made on sample lines across various call windows and modes, those will look different and be accessed in a different way. And there may be other reports also that you'll see that have been rewritten. Basically, all of the reports were rewritten to be compatible with our new systems. And our 68ID website was likewise rewritten so that it's compatible with MSMS. It's had a facelift. It looks quite different, but it functions in much of the same way. And we'll be reviewing during this training the few ways that it's different so that you can be prepared to use it at the start of data collection. And there's more. Also for 2021, we have updated token amounts. So re-interview respondents will be offered $80 for their participation, and thanks for their participation. Recontact respondents will be offered $100, as will split-offs. And then we have an early bird to select re-interview respondents. Those who are eligible for the early bird will earn an extra $50 if they complete their interview by April 15th. So since those are all re-interviews, that will be a total of $130. Our early bird intervention last wave was very successful. We got a lot of early participation through the offer of the early bird, and also we were able to reduce interviewer effort in getting those interviews, which freed up your effort to focus on more difficult cases. So that was a big success, and we hope we'll see that again this wave. We have a new way of respondent payment, a new option for respondents to be paid electronically. So in the past, respondents were all paid either by check or in some cases money order. This wave, all respondents will be offered the option in Blaze to be paid electronically. This is through the JP Morgan company. If respondents choose this option, they will get an email from JP Morgan, and they will then provide their bank account information to JP Morgan, and then the payment will happen very, very quickly, eliminating some of the rigmarole of cutting checks and waiting for checks to arrive. This is not an option that's available to respondents who have an international address or an international bank account. But we think it will be a popular option for some of our domestic respondents and perhaps some who live internationally but who also have US addresses or bank accounts. Finally, a big change this wave, of which you are all aware, is that our training is entirely virtual. In many ways, this is a sad thing for us because we enjoy getting together and training in person and the camaraderie of it and the food and the opportunity to catch up in person. But due to the pandemic, this is not an option. So we'll be doing everything virtually. I can tell you already, it's a big adjustment for all of us. Even recording these videos has been interesting because I am not a movie producer and I know that this video is imperfect, and yet I'm going to get it done for you to get you this information. You'll find many pieces of the training are like this, I think. There will be some rough edges. We'll be doing our best to make sure that we're imparting the information you need to do your job. We know that you'll all be juggling things on your own end to join this training virtually while many of you have children at home or pets in the background or other things going on in your households. We appreciate your patience. We appreciate you coming to the study this wave, either returning to it or coming new at Training 2. This is an exciting wave for PSID 2021, and we're really happy to have you all here. So with that, I kick off this training and I invite you to complete the rest of your video preparation for day 1. Thank you very much.